You know what I thought we'd do in this video? We're going to learn some English, but not just any old English. Let's learn what famous people are saying on Twitter, now known as X. Twitter, or X, is the most up-to-date source of what people are talking about, at least in the United States. So I thought it would be an entertaining way to learn the real English phrases, idioms, and vocabulary that famous people are using right now in their conversations, or I guess in their tweets. So stick around and get ready to learn English with Twitter. I have to admit, I don't use Twitter or X. I don't have an account, so I don't know who has the most popular accounts right now. So I did an internet search for famous people on Twitter, and I randomly selected 3 people from that list. And we'll start with someone who I think most of you will know. She's an extremely famous singer, and she's everywhere in the US. The news, the internet, the radio, everywhere. There's also a good chance that she has performed recently in your city, state, or country because she wrapped up a 2-year international tour. I'm talking about Taylor Swift. I found this tweet from her, dated October 15th, 2024, and it says this. There are a few words and phrases here that might be new to you, such as the idiom she uses in the first sentence. We'll be kicking off the final leg of the Eras tour this week. The idiom is kicking off or to kick off something. This idiom means to start or begin something, often with energy or enthusiasm. And you can use it in both formal and informal contexts. Here are a few examples of how to use this idiom. You can use it in a work-related context. We'll kick off the meeting with a presentation from the marketing team. Or in an event-related context, like how Taylor uses it in her tweet. The festival kicks off this Friday with a live concert in the park. Or in a personal-related context. I decided to kick off the new year by starting a fitness challenge. The next word that might be new to you is wondrous, and Taylor uses it in this sentence. This tour has been the most wondrous experience. The word wondrous is an adjective that means inspiring or feeling of wonder or delight, extraordinary or remarkable. It is often used to describe something awe-inspiring, magical, or exceptionally beautiful. Here are a few more examples of how to use wondrous in a sentence. The northern lights were a wondrous display of colors dancing across the night sky. The book transported readers to a wondrous world filled with mythical creatures and enchanted forests. She gazed at the newborn baby with a wondrous expression, marveling at the miracle of life. And the last word I want to discuss from Taylor Swift's tweet is the word commemorate. And Taylor uses it in this sentence. I knew I wanted to commemorate the memories we made together in a special way. The verb to commemorate means to honor or remember someone or something, especially with a ceremony, event, or other formal action. It often involves marking an occasion or preserving the memory of a significant person or event. Here are a few more examples of how you can use to commemorate in a sentence. Every year, the country commemorates its independence with parades and fireworks. We planted a tree in the garden to commemorate our grandfather's life and legacy. The statue was erected to commemorate the bravery of the soldiers who fought in the war. The next famous person we'll learn from is actually two people who share the same Twitter account. These famous people are well-known members of the British royal family, and they are the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate.
By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming.
I know! I found two tweets from them that had good examples of idioms and common expressions that are very natural for native speakers to use. The first tweet is dated December 3rd, 2024, and it uses the idiom above and beyond. Here's how William and Kate used it. At Rochester Cathedral last night, at the first of 15 community carol services, recognizing those who have gone above and beyond to help others in their communities. Above and beyond means to do more than what is required or expected, often implying extraordinary effort or service. You can use it in a variety of contexts and settings, from formal to informal. Here are a few examples of how to use above and beyond in a sentence. The nurse went above and beyond to ensure her patient was comfortable and well cared for. The team went above and beyond to deliver the project ahead of schedule, impressing the client with their dedication. He went above and beyond by organizing a surprise birthday party and hand-making all the decorations. The second tweet from Kensington Royal that I want to discuss is dated December 8th, 2024, and here I see three expressions that I want to talk about. The first is the expression working tirelessly, which Kensington Royal used in this sentence. A sincere thank you to all the Passage charity volunteers working tirelessly. The phrase working tirelessly means putting in a great deal of effort and hard work without showing signs of fatigue or giving up, often to achieve a goal or complete a task. It conveys dedication, persistence, and commitment. Here are a few examples of how to use working tirelessly in a sentence. The volunteers were working tirelessly to distribute food and supplies to families affected by the disaster. She has been working tirelessly on the new marketing campaign to ensure its success. He spent weeks working tirelessly to restore the old car, determined to bring it back to life. The next expression they used in this tweet is acts of kindness, and they use it in this sentence. Acts of kindness, like serving Christmas lunches, brings hope and fosters a sense of community for those who need it most. Acts of kindness refers to actions or gestures that demonstrate compassion, generosity, or consideration for others, often done selflessly and without expecting anything in return. Here are a few examples of how to use the expression acts of kindness in a sentence. The community came together to perform acts of kindness, such as delivering groceries to elderly neighbors. Her simple acts of kindness, like leaving a thank you note for the janitor, brightened everyone's day. The foundation encourages people to perform small acts of kindness, such as donating clothes or volunteering at shelters. And the final expression I want to discuss from this tweet is fosters a sense of hope, and Kensington Royal uses it in this sentence. Acts of kindness, like serving Christmas lunches, brings hope and fosters a sense of community for those who need it most. The phrase fosters a sense of hope means to nurture or encourage feelings of optimism, trust, or belief in a positive outcome, often in challenging or uncertain circumstances. Here are a few examples of how to use this phrase in a sentence. The new community center fosters a sense of hope by providing education and job training programs for underprivileged youth. Her unwavering support during difficult times fosters a sense of hope in everyone around her. The breakthrough in medical research fosters a sense of hope for millions suffering from chronic illnesses. And the last Twitter account I want to use in today's video comes from a celebrity in the United States, an actor and comedian. He's been in show business for a while now, so I hope that most of you are familiar with who he is. It's none other than Eddie Murphy. Eddie had this fantastic tweet dated June 26th, 2023. And I thought it had so many good pieces of English in it that I wanted to use it today. Eddie uses lots of phrases and expressions commonly used in mindfulness, inspirational, and self-help literature. And these are all really popular topics right now in the US, especially when people discuss things like mental health or mental well-being or establishing a work-life balance. The topic of gratitude seems to pop up everywhere, and here it is in Eddie's tweet. The first expression I want to discuss is take a moment. Even the word moment sounds very now, very in vogue when it comes to mental health. Eddie uses it in this sentence. Take a moment to appreciate the beauty that surrounds you. So, what does take a moment mean? The phrase, take a moment, means to pause briefly, both physically and mentally, to give attention or consideration to something. It suggests stepping away from the rush or distractions of daily life to focus on something specific, whether it's a thought or observation or an action. You can use this in many different contexts, such as when discussing mindfulness and reflection, like take a moment to enjoy the sunset. Or when considering your options, such as take a moment to consider how this decision might affect others. Next, Eddie uses the sentence, in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The hustle and bustle. This is a phrase that describes a busy and energetic activity or commotion, essentially meaning a lot of hurried movement and activity. This is a perfect phrase to use when describing your life if you feel like you're a busy person with lots of responsibilities and lots of things to do every day. You can describe that feeling with the phrase hustle and bustle. Here are a few more ways to use the phrase hustle and bustle in a sentence. After a long day in the city, she was ready to go home and escape the hustle and bustle of the crowded streets. The busy Christmas market was filled with the joyous hustle and bustle of shoppers searching for gifts. He decided to move to a small town to get away from the constant hustle and bustle of his big city job. Another phrasal verb Eddie uses is to soak in the present moment, when he writes that you should pause, breathe, and soak in the present moment. This phrasal verb, to soak in something, has a literal meaning, like in the sentence, pour water around the base of the plant and allow it to soak in. Here it means to allow the water to be absorbed into the soil around the plant. But it also has a figurative meaning, and that's how Eddie uses it in his tweet. Here he uses it to mean to enter something by a gradual process. So he's asking you to take your time as you sit, breathe, and immerse yourself in your current experience and surroundings. Here are a few examples of how to use the phrasal verb to soak in a sentence. We went to the beach and floated in the ocean, soaking in the sunshine all afternoon. He sat quietly, letting her words soak in. Close your eyes and let the music soak in. And there's one more expression Eddie uses that I see all the time when discussing gratitude, and that's the phrase, nourish your soul. Eddie uses it in this sentence. Embrace the beauty around you and let it nourish your soul. Let's break this one down. The word nourish is a verb in this sentence, and it means to promote the growth of something. Think of the noun nourishment, meaning food or nutrients, and how food can help nourish your body. But here, Eddie is talking about nourishing or growing your soul. Many people define the word soul to mean your spiritual self or the immaterial inner essence of what causes you to be you. Eddie is asking us to allow the beauty that surrounds us, nature, our family, our home, to nourish or promote the growth and development of our inner selves. You'll see this phrase, nourish your soul, or nourish your mind, or nourish your body, quite often when discussing anything involving mental health and well-being. Here's another example of how to use the phrase, nourish your soul in a sentence. Your soul needs regular care, just like your body. So here are 10 simple ways to nourish your mind, body, and soul. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned a few new vocabulary words, idioms, and phrasal verbs that you can start using today in your next English conversation. If you liked this video, here's an easy way that you can show your support. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button or add a comment below. This is the best way to show your support, and it's entirely free and takes no time at all. Every subscriber helps, so please click that subscribe button. And if you want to train with me for free, then I've got a fantastic free course for you called English Pro Lite. The link to enroll in English Pro Lite is in the description below. And in this course, you'll learn the highlights of the American accent, including the top vowels, consonants, syllable stress patterns, linking patterns, and reductions that native speakers are using in their everyday conversations. So if you like free training, then be sure to enroll in English Pro Lite now using the link in the description. Oh, and one more thing. If you want exclusive practice videos that you can watch here on my channel, then join my channel now and become a member. I upload new practice videos and audio lessons to my YouTube channel every month, and these are for YouTube members only. So click the join button below so you can start learning with this exclusive practice content. Thanks again for watching and happy practicing!